Finally, before we delve into the finer details of the Astroflower petals and its construction, it would be good to look at the basic element interactions. Understanding the basic combinations and how they affect us in the mental, emotional, physical aspects provides the basis of how we interact with those around us, whether at home, work, or whilst enjoying our leisure time. So when you look at your relationship using the Astroflower, you can get a very quick feel of how the elements can work from you. This is a direct extract from the Astroflower book, and it takes us through element combination by element. We look at the positive aspects, and then there is a note of caution. Obviously, too much of a good thing is never good. Starting with water and water. This is a very fluid affair, much like a flowing river. When in balance, nothing is stationary, and the energy tends to drive relentlessly towards its goals. The note of caution here: too much water can create floods of emotion, which can become directionless, and goals can be lost sight of. Water and earth. Water and earth brings to the fore the relationship between the emotions and the practical side of life. The emotions of water can carve and shape the earth, helping it to yield its bounty of fruits and build emotionally fulfilling projects. The note of caution here: too much earth makes an impenetrable wall where emotions will just run off and no connection can be made. Too much water and the ground can become boggy, and emotions can be trapped or become stagnant. Water and air. Here, both fluid elements can work around each other, and the air can provide beautiful mental clarity to the emotion of the moment. The note of caution: the air can make for colder emotions, which can be mentally divisive, like ice that forms on water when the cold wind blows. The mind can become single-tracked, and the emotions may become hidden beneath the ice. Water and fire. Warm tropical waters are very pleasant to play in, and the emotions can be eased and soothed. The agitated, aggressive side of fire can be calmed and create a more productive, measured approach. The note of caution here is that the fire can be put out and passions quelled by too much water, and equally well, a stoked fire can dry out those emotional waters. Earth and earth. Earth and earth creates an environment where concrete progress can be made and production can thrive within projects, personal or work-wise. The note of caution here is sometimes this can generate an insular attitude with high degrees of protection and secrecy. Impenetrable walls or barriers can be built, which lead to cold interactions. Earth and air. Air can give great clarity of thought in practical matters and is really conducive to good planning and defining strategy. The note of caution here is the earth may resist and the air may try to cut through it, but ultimately earth consumes air and will take the force from its sails. Earth and fire. Earth will feed the fire and thus create passionate energies for projects and the construction of partnerships and relationships. It also gives direction to the fire and helps it focus. Earth and fire together will result in some water, and here it could be said that the fire has the capacity to liberate emotions trapped by old ideals in current projects or relationships. The note of caution here is fire can dry out the earth and leave it emotionless, and productiveness can wane. Air and air. A conjunction of sharp and rapid mental agility and thought process. This makes for clear and precise judgments of situations without restriction from emotion or the physical world. The note of caution: tendency to float without direction and daydream, an inability to engage emotionally or physically, maybe leading to still air. Air and fire. Fire invigorates air, and this can lead to fun and laughter, helping the air to release pent-up emotions, maybe locked in humidity. Air will feed the flames of passion and fuel the fire's feeling of self-worth and brighten their days up. The note of caution: overcharged passions can be quick and violent in nature, finding difficulty to see limits and unforgiving in administrating justice. Fire and fire. Pure high-octane passion, being very quick in action, great at realising short-term goal achievements, for example sales, and brings warmth and light to guide on the path. The note of caution here, fire can burn itself out, and with this the potential for self-destruction and harming. Without the balance of the other elements, the interaction can be very short-lived and lead to dependencies. Moving on to really a heads up for the qualities interaction. The qualities, as already explained, have their own distinct aspects to them, but what about when they mix? Cardinals are very particular with their approach to the world and their lives, and they look into futures with no end. Libra and Capricorn flow anti-clockwise in the Astroflower, and Aries and Cancer clockwise. There are always possible tangents to follow and explore. Mutables tend to look into shorter-term futures, sprinkled with the here and now, and this can flow in both directions in the Astroflower. Fixed signs are in the here and now, but with very long-term defined futures. They have no directional flow in the Astroflower. Okay, so for the mixes, cardinal with cardinal. This energy can mean only one thing, and that is a relentless drive to get up and go and create new paths and new adventures. They're full of positive ideas and projects and can be highly motivated. The note of caution here is that cardinals together can get ahead of themselves and tend to leap before they look, with potential disregard for others' long-term goals. Not the best at completing and finishing before seeking new ground. Cardinal with mutable energy. It's far more productive combination, as the mutable will help the cardinal be more flexible and reasonable in the process of getting things done. Cardinals will provide direction for the mutable, and together the cardinal's visions can be brought into the real world and made tangible, which the mutable energy very much enjoys facilitating. The note of caution here, mutable energy can cause cardinals to lose a bit of direction, slowing down their free thinking and potentially diverting them from their true path. Cardinal energy can cause frustration to the mutable with their constant change of direction. Cardinal with fixed energy comes with the polar opposite ends of the spectrum. The positive here, however, is the fixed energy can give definition to the multiple ideas, emotions and project paths that comes forth from the cardinal. There can be a calmer and tenacious clarity to the planning that assists the cardinal elements to bear fruit and be more constant. The note of caution here, there may well be conflict arising from two differing viewpoints, and thereby a pulling in two different directions. One comes quick and the other more slowly, and this can cause stubbornness to surface and potential narrow-mindedness. Mutable with mutable. This energy brings fun-loving interactions and play, an ideas factory which is set on producing solutions to all problems and appeasing to all sides. They will strive to soothe conflict, negate power struggles, and constantly work around one another. The note of caution here, they may find it difficult to position with what or whose direction to take, and may end up wasting much time going round in circles. They also may struggle to put forward strong opinions, or at least with negligible conviction. Mutable and fixed energy work very well together, and can build on the desired security from each. All angles will be covered in the building of projects or personal ventures. There'll be an undeniable dedication to mutual goals, through thick and thin. The note of caution here, the mutable energy can tend to pander too much to the fixed ideas, and therefore may diminish the opportunity of interaction with others for themselves. This can also create a joint energy that may shut out the world and present as very insular, cold, sometimes even harsh. Fixed and fixed. This energy together provides solid, constant progression, with supreme diligence to the finer details. Planning and process-driven projects will be reliably followed through. The only note of caution here, undiluted fixed energy can bring predictability and a slight lack of innovation or imagination. It can also create emotional stagnancy when dealing with others. So this is the interactions with the qualities and the elements.